Hello, this is a quick video on some qigong and breathing exercises for people in convalescence or who are looking to increase the energy flow within their body and to build themselves up strength wise, maybe after an accident or an illness, or they're maybe dealing with a long-term condition. So just to kind of start off, I'm not going to go into the depths of the theory behind qigong. There's loads of books and there's lots of materials out there. What I'm hoping to do in this video is to cover some really short, usable, quickly learnt methods for increasing the flow of energy and decreasing the blockages for the energy which flows naturally in the body according to Chinese medical theory. So the first series of exercises I'm going to show is the Shaolin 4 corners breathing, and this is good for building up, let's say, lung capacity and also taking oxygen into the body. And then the second series of exercises I'm going to show some excerpts from Ba Jia Jin, which is the 8 brocades or 8 pieces of silk qigong pattern. And I'm also going to show some of the Taiji quan shou, which is basically some of the methods from Taiji's Taiji quan, or Tai Chi Chuan as it's known in the West, the slow and meditative moving exercise. Shou basically means the 18 hands, or the 18 movements of the fist or the palm, whatever way you want to kind of take that interpretation as. So, as with all, it's a sitting qigong exercises. You should not be leaning forward or leaning back or leaning to the side, etc. You should literally just have your feet planted on the floor in front of you. The other important thing is they should be just about, let's say, at shoulder width apart. You just sit naturally straight up. You don't, let's say, slouch forward or slouch back, but you just keep a neutral position, and you basically just place your hands, if you can do this, placing your hands on top of your knees and keep your shoulders level. That's the optimum, let's say, posture starting off. So rather than go into, let's say, the very fine detail around, let's say, Chinese breath work and energy work, I'm just actually going to give the basics for anyone to follow through this exercise. So the most important thing is breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. The tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. That's basically to allow the cycle of energy go through, let's say, going up along the crown of your head, coming down to your stomach, and then coming back up once again. So think about it as a circuit. You need a circuit to be completed. So that's what's happening when you're actually placing the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And also, the vast majority of breathing is done in cycles of 8. So you can do your breathing cycles in multiples of 8, 16, 32, 64. Okay, we're not going to kind of get into too deep of the actual breathing but just the basics around it is what we would describe as abdominal breathing. So when you breathe in, you fill up your diaphragm, and when you breathe out, you collapse the diaphragm. Okay, so we won't kind of go anything further than that. So starting off, holding this particular position, your gaze is looking ahead, but not looking at anything specific, and you're trying to quieten the mind. So you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth for 8 times. And you can see, let's say, my stomach coming in and coming out with those breaths. Don't hold your breath. If you're in convalescence, or if you're recovering from a sickness, it's probably best not to actually hold your breath at the end of the cycles. You just literally breathe naturally, breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So after you've done that for maybe a cycle of, let's say, like a 32 breaths, you would then like go on to the next cycle. So this is the 4 corners breathing exercise. Okay, so you're breathing in, bringing up to your chest here, and then pushing out. Breathing back in, pushing out to the side. Breathing in and pushing up. Now the palms facing up this way. Breathing in and then pushing down. And you would repeat that cycle for at least, let's say, like go 32 breaths. So each one of those I've just showed is 1 corner. So the first corner, so this will be 1 breath. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I kind of ran ahead a little bit there, but the 4th breath is just basically the push down. So once again, breathing in, pushing forward. 1, breathing in. 2, pushing to the side. Breathing in, pushing up. 3, breathing in and pushing down. 4. And then back to here. So that's the Shaolin 4 corners breathing exercise. When you are, let's say, breathing, try and fill up your lungs like with as much breath as possible. Don't overexert yourself, but just go at a nice pace, let's go where you feel like every day you're breathing in like that little bit more. Okay, so the next series of exercises are called Baduajin. So Baduajin means the 8 pieces of silk or the 8 pieces of brocade. So the first particular exercise, I'm only going to maybe show, let's say, the first 4, because these really are kind of for building up the energy, let's say, in your body, and hopefully at a later stage the others let's say 4 it can be added on. But these 4 I'm hoping to show you would possibly be the best for drawing in energy to the body. So in a seated position here, you're basically holding your hands here once again, and basically what you're doing is you're breathing in, you cross the hands over as you kind of come up to around your bread basket or here. You breathe it in and they're basically pushing up. Breathing in and then pushing down with the fingers clasped. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and then breathing out. So that's the first exercise. The next is basically hold heaven and earth. So you're basically breathing in to here around the bread basket once again, and this time one hand pushes down, doesn't matter which one you start with. One hand pushes down, the other one pushes up to heaven. So once again from here, breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And back to here. Okay, so that's hold heaven and earth. The next Qigong is drawing the bow. So drawing the bow, as it would kind of you would feel, it's like you're catching a bow and you're kind of pulling out. So from here, you're basically lifting up crossing the hands, breathing in. One hand like go turns into a fist, so the hand that's behind turns into a fist, and the other palm like go pushes out to the other side. So imagine like you've got a bow and you're drawing the bow back. So you breathe into here, and then slowly breathing out. Dropping the hands down to here once again, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out, and again breathing in, breathing out, breathing out, breathing in, and relaxing once again, going back to here. So that's drawing the bow. The next one is straightforward punching. Okay, if you have any kind of issues like with closing your hand, etc., you can just literally just push rather than clasp your fist. But if you feel well enough that you can actually like hold the fist and tighten it on the way out, do. Okay, so we have here, you're starting from here, you breathe in, bring your fist like you're just protecting, let's say, your ribs, and then as you breathe out, you push out with whichever hand like you feel most comfortable starting off with. Most people being right-handed, start off with your strong hand. So you're breathing in and then breathing out, punching forward, and breathing in and then breathing out, and then breathing in and then breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. So that's the first four of the Ba Dua Jin. The other ones, let's say, they're a little bit more kind of complicated, but these four that I've just shown you there, so let's say like you're lifting up to heaven, touching heaven and earth, drawing the bow, and vertical punching. These would kind of build up a lot of energy like within your body, so they'd actually nourish like the flow of energy within your body. So the last, let's say, exercise I wanted to show within this very short video, and the reason why I'm making it this short is that it's easily learnable, and I'm trying to kind of keep to as succinct the points as possible, to basically allow you to assimilate the information easily. I'm just going to cover some of the basics of, let's say, like a Taiji Shiba Shou, so Tai Chi Chuan's 18 hands skill. Okay, so I'm only going to show some really basic ones here, just so that you kind of get an idea of it. Okay, so starting from here, this is basically the four skills: Peng, Ji, Lu, An. So I won't go into the theory around them, but basically Peng means to kind of push out, Ji means to squeeze, Lu means to pull down, and An means to push. So this is within like your Tai Chi's Qisher, which is the beginning posture, and you've probably seen it like before. If you've seen any bit of Tai Chi, it's in every form of Tai Chi Chuan. Okay, so you're starting like you're here, where your hands are basically placed on your knees. So the first movement like is Peng. So you're basically slowly drawing the hands like go back in along your thighs, lifting up, and they come out to here. So this will be Peng. Ji is when you kind of squeeze forward a little bit, so squeezing. Lu is basically them rolling back, and then An is basically where you're pushing down. Okay, so you can do that, let's say, breathing in one full cycle. So think you're breathing in, and as you reach like go to like your G, which is basically squeeze, you then start breathing out. So breathing in, Peng, Ji, breathing out, Lu, on. Okay, so one more time, breathing in, Peng, Ji, Lu, on. Okay, so that's one of the first like skills. Okay, the next we're going to do is cloud hands, which is basically, it's like rolling a big ball. Okay, so you'd first start off, let's say, with holding a ball. So it doesn't matter which one you start with, it could be, let's say, right over left or left over right. So here I have my right hand on top, left hand below. So breathing in, and as you press out, this hand goes up, this hand goes down, and you turn your body slightly like go to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And breathing in, and breathing out. And back to the center. So the next, let's say, skill I'm going to kind of show is kind of very similar. Like once again, it's Peng Ji Lu An, but in a different way. Okay, so from here you would lift up. So this is Peng, like you're pushing. Okay, so here, breathing in, Peng, Ji, Lu, An. Okay, so we have once again Peng, Ji, squeezing, Lu, pulling down, An. And you do that with the other side. So Peng, lifting up, Ji is squeezing here, Ji, Lu, An. So Peng meaning pushing out or expanding, Ji meaning squeezing, Lu meaning pulling down, and An meaning pushing down. Okay, so one more time and I'll show it on both sides once again. So we have Peng lifting up, Ji squeezing. The palm, let's say, like just touches like on the inside, let's say, like where you maybe read your pulse. So here once again, Peng, Ji, Lu, pulling down. Imagine, let's say, you're pulling down on a rope, and then An is finally pushing down onto a big ball on the ground. Now we're going to do it on the other side. Peng, Ji, squeezing, Lu, pulling down the rope, and An pushing down onto the ball like go below. Okay, so that's another expression of Peng, Ji, Lu, and An. Okay, now the next, let's say, like go kind of point, let's say, like go, I'd like the next, how would you say, exercise, I'd like to kind of maybe like show you, let's say, like from let's say, like Taiji, is basically the single whip. Okay, so a single whip is kind of like it's kind of, let's say, grasping, like imagine you're grasping lightly with this. Imagine you're holding a bird, let's say, like or a small animal like within your hand. Okay, but it's a great exercise like for building up, let's say, like chi or energy within the body. Okay, so it's from a seated, let's say, position. Okay, from here what I'm going to do is I'm breathing in, breathing out as I push both my hands up. Okay, from here, breathing in, turning my waist, breathing out as I kind of get a hook. So this hook is like almost, let's say, you're just catching something lightly, and then from here you bring the hook travels out, you turn once again, and then this palm like it just comes out, okay, nice and lightly. So imagine, let's say you're holding, let's say, like a small bird, like you're grasping a small little bird like you would in the palm of your hand, like on each hand, and then you relax. So doing that slowly once again, pushing up, breathing naturally, turn the body, form a hook, turn the body once again, turning to your left hand side, opening out. Okay, now on the other side, left hand side, because we want to balance like our body with all of these exercises. So once again, breathing in, naturally breathing, drilling up. You turn off to the right hand side, coming in, turn back to the left hand side, form the hook. So you're holding this kind of just, the fingers are just touching together like this, and then you're turning back like to the right hand side this time, and then the palm just comes out, and then relax like to here. Okay, so the last like thing I want to kind of let's say show is 4 postures which build up like with the flow of chi within the body. Okay, you can breathe like naturally like while holding these postures. They'll naturally circulate the energy around your body. But if you do get tired at any stage, or if your hands like start to shake, etc., you can kind of close. Okay, so I'll show the closing like at the end as well, where you're gathering all the chi back to your center. Okay. Okay, so once again, so these postures, as I said, you can hold them. If your hands start to shake or you're getting a little bit of tiredness, like you can then close. So the first like posture is here, which is embracing the tree. Okay, so you're breathing in, bringing the hands back, and bringing them out to here. So imagine you're hugging a big tree. And just breathe naturally, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Cycles of 8 breaths. The next posture, you're basically like bringing like your back here, and then basically you're pushing up above your head slightly here. So this is the palms. I can't get it maybe into view, but maybe here. This is the second posture. Imagine you're holding 2, let's say like balls like within your hands. Third posture is this. So you're bringing it down to your side here, and you're imagine let's say like you're holding or placing your palms like on 2, let's say large balls. The last posture is here, where you're gathering all the energy back into your dantian. So the dantian is where the energy is stored like within your body. The yogis like believe like this, as well as like the center of storage of like the energy in the human body. So holding here. And once you finish with your breath work, like each time, think about, let's say, gathering all the energy like up like and bringing it down like to this gather point. So the kind of the closing exercise like to finish, you're basically breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. And you basically place your hand, let's say, like go over your dantian, which is just below your navel. You hold this position like you're just Try and quieten your mind. See how you're feeling. See if you want to do a kind of like a self-diagnostic about, let's say, your body. Just close your eyes and just feel your body. Feel if there's any aches and pains, and if you can visualize, let's say, like the healing energy you've just been breathing in. Imagine that healing energy to heal those parts of your body. Think about your body healing itself. Different colors to visualize if you are thinking of healing would be orange, yellow, and green. Place your hands back on your knees once again, and just ever so slowly open your eyes. Okay, so that's all the exercises I wanted to show you on this occasion. I know the production value isn't the greatest, considering that we're all in lockdown with the pandemic, but I hope a couple of these exercises will be useful to you. As I said, the exercises I'm showing are the more simple ones. The explanations I've given is possibly the simplest I can give. Just follow it along step by step. If you have any questions, you can obviously reach out, but also the video, let's say, if you have any kind of questions, or you have any, let's say, uncertainty, you can just rewind the video and just watch the section once again. And don't worry about, let's say, copying the movements exactly. What we're hoping to do is, when you are, let's say, going through the movements, you are, let's say, opening the energy gates of your body, and that you, with your breath combined with your movement, the blockages which cause illness and ill health are breaking up while you're actually doing these movements. So that's basically an overview, let's say, some of the basic Qigong. I hope you find it of use, and I wish you good health. Thank you for watching.